What's up, homies of the interwebs? Lugnuts.Guapo coming at you from Maverick Harley-Davidson, and today, StreetBob back there. Yep, good looking black and orange StreetBob. This is the most popular color so far, but how much different is it really from the previous model? And price-wise, compared to the previous model, is it really worth the money? That and some more coming up here in this video. Roll that intro. So really, there's only like three major upgrades, which is the big one, the 114, of course, because this was a 107 stock from factory. Now it's a 114 stock from factory. Then, of course, you got the little pillion, passenger pillion, and passenger pegs, which you didn't have on the last model, and now this one has it. Other than that, I mean, paint scheme and stuff like that, I mean, it's kind of like secondary subjective stuff. But the real big three are those three options that I just mentioned, and well, does it really make a difference enough to really compete with Indian and all the other brands that are just nipping at the heels of this bike? I don't know. Let's go for a test ride, shall we? And roll that tape. Alright, so remember the part, I don't know if I actually mentioned it, but the part where I said like that was the most popular color option, black with some orange. Well, I was going to continue doing a video on that particular one, but it's in the process of being sold. So, now I got the Deadwood Green StreetBob, and still looks good. I dig it. So, four colors total, and one will be, you know, obviously your black and orange that I just showed you, Deadwood Green, orange with some black highlights, and a white one. I think it's like frost white or some color like that. I forget what it's called. But here you have it. So, let's sit down real quick. Let's adjust. So, let's talk about the motor real quick, because honestly, I think that is the biggest upgrade. And let's mention the price, all right? Price is $14,999. That is MSRP on a StreetBob special. And of course, we say special because it has a 114. Usually that's how Harley does it, although recently they're kind of trying to change it a little bit. It's interesting. But I need to mention special versus standard, because that would be considered special because it has a 114, right? As I just said. Why is that important? Well, that is a $1,500 option. So I guess the best current example would be a Heritage Classic. You get the 107 versus the 114. It's about $1,450 per their website to go from a 107 to a 114. Granted, they have like, you know, chromed out versus blacked out, whatever. Really, chromed out is really a cheaper option, believe it or not. Like actual like production means of doing it. But that right there is $1,450. $1,500. Let's just say $1,500 for just, you know, $1,500. Let's just say $1,500. By the way, I was gonna go back there on that spot. I actually shot the other one on that spot, and then the audio was horrible. And there's high schoolers taking photos. So now I'm here with a whole bunch of faces, but that's not the point. Now that I'm done complaining about location, let's talk about the other two components that come with this model that didn't come with the previous model, which is gonna be obviously your passenger pillion and passenger pegs. That did not come with the previous model, and well, now they do. So you're gonna add it all up real quick, which is motor 1450, right? Now we have passenger pillion plus your passenger pegs, and so for $500 more, because that's what the previous model was, is $14,499, and now you're paying this right here. Now, in terms of the ride, obviously it is a soft toe, it's comfortable, it's nimble because it's so dang light. The power to weight ratio is insane, and again, if you were to compare this on like maybe a touring model where you get the 107 to 114, it is still noticeable, but not as noticeable as it is on a lighter platform. It's just the power to weight ratio. There's no replacement for displacement, as they say. So what is it to ride a Softail? In this case, a StreetBob. Well, again, comfortable, nimble, lots of power. I mean, a lot of power. This one right here is a great entry-level motorcycle. Now, follow me on my next thought process. So Harley-Davidson is very well known for being expensive. Let's just face it. And in this scenario, I think they're starting to give you a little bit more value for what you're getting. I mean, you're paying $14,999 for a motorcycle, and you want to get the most out of it, right? Again, comparing it to other models, metrics, and all that's, you know, a different story. But when it comes to Harley-Davidson, a lot of people feel jibbed, per se. But when they came out with the Softail Standard, that was a game changer. People were excited. For almost the price of a Sportster, you can get a big B twin, and not that much more. You can get a 114 with passenger pillion, passenger pegs, and, you know, some awesome paint options. But with that said, you're looking at the Pan America that's about to be released, and the pricing is extremely competitive. Not only that, but the P&A catalog is extremely competitive. And, you know, if you don't believe me, just go ahead and look it up. I mean, it is extremely competitive, and I'm very happy, very pleased with it. And I think Harley has gotten the message. Get a little bit more value for the money, and I think we're trending upwards. Don't you think? So at the end of the day, is buying a StreetBob really worth it? Really worth the money? I think it is. Now, I will be honest with you, this is not a motorcycle for me. I like it, it looks good, but this is not quite my cup of tea, as they say. But it is good value compared to the previous model, and the Softail Standard is pretty good value for what you're getting. And so Harley is doing the right things, as far as I'm concerned, to like get the right people on these motorcycles, and I dig it. I really do. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and until I see you next time, get on your Harley and get some wind therapy. Later.